Hi, YouTube. Edward Tyndall here, and Sarah Tyndall, and Anansi Tyndall, and the most beautiful python Tyndall in the world. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Tyndall. I am doing an update shield now. She's doing 100% better. We've moved her in an observation outside with locked doors and plastic wrapped all around. This is not what this cage was created for. It was a bird cage, but it works very well for her, for observing her, making sure she is okay. And she is okay. She's doing 100% better. I love that girl. Look at her. Absolutely beautiful, right? Am I right or am I right? DEA, hello. DEA made it. J Dog One Party RE. Hi, Edward. I did it. I hit past my goal 500 YouTube fans on my way hitting 600. Congratulations, J Dog. That is awesome. Beautiful. Reticulate by the way. Yes, this is sunshine on my shoulder. Makes me happy, Tyndall. And by my son, it had a very bad problem. I think it busted its tooth or something, and then got narcosis on the lid of the old container I had it in. She just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. So now she looks like this. Her mouth, the necrosis part fell off, and she is in pre-shed right now. So it won't be long. She'll be shedding. And speaking of sheds, we're gonna go to the reptile room. Check out these locks. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, you see that? Nice lock. So nice cage all the way around. Really. So now we're going to the reptile room. Sunshine, your shoulder Tyndall is looking awesome. Thank you, Jan Clark. I made it MVP. Yay, Jan! Tarantula Shanny. I love Tarantula Shanny. You guys always go live as I'm going to bed. I am so sorry. Sweet dreams, and you can dream about Edward Tyndall YouTube while you sleep if you leave it playing as you go to sleep. Hit the thumbs up button, everyone. Thank you, DEA. Oh, yeah, speaking of sheds, this rattlesnake shed right here. So this shed, and then the other one shed. This is, come on, this is Halloween. Almost caught up with the old snake. It's growing faster. Here is the other shed. Look how long. This is Halloween. Look at this shed. Cool, right? I wet this and put it on. I'll be feeding stuff until I get started. I want people to see. See how I split this like someone would skin a snake? How someone would skin a snake, I just lay out this stuff here to do the same thing. I usually do it on wax paper not to tear up anything. Look, you can do the same thing. You have the same awesome. Check out how wide this is. Badass, right? I know it is. And I just take these and fold them like so. They're really durable. And then like so again. And like so again. And you'll have a fold, and you can use that to lacquer pretty much whatever you want. So it goes from this cleaned up, split down the middle to this. And then you can make other products out of it. You can even do stuff like wallets and stuff like that with that if you know what you're doing and how to do it. Company out there that does that. Update on the Cedar Ling guy. I mean, not Cedar Ling guy. I'm reading right there. Piece of Etheria Hannah Mavilos Amica. She was right there. Webbed all of this. And he is in there. He's still tapping. She's not being responsible. I'm waiting on a molt before something happens. Now we're going to feed some tarantulas. Now everybody loves tarantula feeding, and I want to talk to you guys. This is my about talking to you guys. Make sure everything will be so bright. DEA. Let's see. Hello, Tarantula Shanny, J-Dog. I'll watch later. Have a good night. You too, Tarantula Shanny. DEA. Hello, Sarah from DEA. That is nice, Ed. Thank you. Owen Bashins. Hey, hey. Here. All right. Let's see what we got here. Brachypelma vegans. Adult coloration. I need a tweeter for a roach. I need a tweeter for a roach. I need roaches where I can get to them. This. Sorry, people. There's so much stuff in my way. I can't do nothing. We're going to talk to you guys, read comments, watch roaches get devoured by awesome tarantulas. Like so. These are vegans that she's got set up here. I don't know exactly what y'all want to see. I did tell you I'd go live, DEA. I call this going live for DEA, actually. I don't know if you caught that in the name or not, but yep, this one's just for you, buddy. Is there anything you want to talk about or anything like that? Now is your chance. Voila. Can't see nothing there. Hope to have a collection that large someday. Yeah, buddy.
How much does sometimes?
I don't know. These are all adults. Some snakes and stuff. Oh yeah, y'all want to see Scar? You haven't seen Scar in a long time. This is about reticulated pythons as well. Hold that light where they can shine a little bit better, baby. Here's Scar, my friends. Huge ridiculous thing. Huge ridiculous thing. I said Billy Bob. Man, how it going? Pretty good. Chance tied well. Pretty good. Did I do this one already? Here, I'm gonna hand you these other down. Are them done over there?
These ones.
Look at these beautiful tarantulas, friends. Look at that, would you? Can y'all do me a favor? Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Need more subscribers that are into this kind of stuff. And people that are not into this kind of stuff needs to start being into this kind of stuff. Because this kind of stuff rocks. Tattoos healing up. Kind of nicely. It's got a sore right there. I'll be doing the next piece here in a little while. It's going to go here.
Are we still getting goodies from the garden?
Sculptula. Yeah, we're getting goodies from the garden. You know, says Billy. Don't let anybody tell you being a vegan will help you lose weight. That's a damn lie. And don't believe half of what vegans tell you anyway, because it has been statistically proven that 90% of vegans go back to meat at some point in their life. Oh, upside down and inside out. I'll show all you folks what it's all about. Yes, you heard me correctly. 90% of all vegans return to meat at some point. And if vegans think that they're saving lives by being vegan, that's also misinformation, since a lot more animals are harmed in the making of commercial food by gardening and on a massive scale, and then killing and putting out poisons and killing insects, and trappers killing all kinds of pest animals. Pest animals being the ones that are eating the garden, the crops, deer, rabbits, whatever it might be. But that's just the way it is. So save a lot of animals' lives and just eat meat like the rest of us people. I'm not against vegetables in any way, but I like to put them around my meat. That sounded not really right, but Justin Ward, what's up, brother? Hey, Andy. Andy, do you have any questions, my brother? Let me know. Just wanted to give an update on Sunshine. I should have been making more videos. I've just been so busy lately. Like extremely busy. These are vegans here. I love these vegans. These are, well, I have other vegans for sale, but these are my personal. I want to say personal. Nobody needs this many vegans as a personal. But I got a lot of them because I really like them. They're awesome. I mean, what's not to like, right? I'm not quite hungry yet, but it will be. We'll leave that little food stuff in there for that beautiful little buddy. I'm almost done with these. I have not shipped out the Darling guy, the Deadly Tarantula girl yet, but I plan on doing that soon. She's messaged me or not yet. I haven't checked my emails. I need to do that. But we'll be doing that project too. Did she ever message about that Sea Darling guy yet? Marita? Huh?
She has, but she doesn't.
Oh, okay. We get it. DEA, how long did it take you to? We're trying to look at collection that big. Well, I had a lot of contacts from when I used to be into them real big, so it didn't take me extremely long amount of time. How long have I been there? About 4 years? Huh? About 4 years now. I could have made it a lot bigger, but we got rid of a lot of stuff that we probably should have held on to. I can't be greedy though. I love these animals, and I really don't care if I ever sell any of them. To be honest with you, because I enjoy keeping them, but we can't keep them all. Really, we can. They're easy to care for. It's just that's not what I got into this hobby for. I got into this hobby because this is a declining species of animal all over the world, and they need to be. There needs to be a lot of them. There needs to be a lot of people interested in this thing, because when there is, then people will get interested in other things as well that also are declining at a rapid rate. I hate it. How humans just go from earth to earth, destroying everything in their path. And look at Mars. It's a total shithole. We did that. And we'll do the same thing to this one. Hundreds of star systems after this one if we're not careful. Take care of what we got. The little bitty things like spiders and insects and stuff, they do count, people. Everything counts. All right, so this one's not hungry. What else have we got? Are these been done yet or not?
Nope.
How do you feel about mixing vermiculite with the substrate? I feel really well about mixing vermiculite with the substrate if I know Marita, Deadly Tarantula girl, uses vermiculite. I haven't never got a response from her. I told her multiple times since I've learned about vermiculite. I've been using it for years and years. When I found out that it has asbestos in it that you can breathe in and cause you all kinds of lung cancer and everything else, I stopped using it. Then I found vermiculite that is asbestos free. So I'm 100% for asbestos free vermiculite substrate, either by itself, which is not very comfortable for the tarantulas, I wouldn't think, or mixed in with other things. But I use it myself. I don't have it in these right here. This is just a simple setup. I have so many of these that I'm not against it at all. And the asbestos don't seem to hurt tarantulas at all. But it's for the owners of the tarantulas that safety concerns need to be taken, because knowledge is power, and what I didn't know back then is killing me. It's not now. I love vermiculite. I use it for a lot of things. Tarantulas, plants, my garden. Shit. Oh, there was a roach in there. Look at that beautiful spider. Almost done with these. What else are we doing? See how dry this is? I'm going to take and wet one little area here. About like that. Don't see that or not. See how that water's going down in there? And then I have a gradient. This little area will remain wet and all this dry, because this is a dry species. They don't need a lot of stress on them, of wet moisture. Cause all kinds of problems, lung problems. The reason for that is because it's a desert species. They're dry and they don't like moisture a lot. They do need moisture in one area because they dig holes in the desert and they'll find moisture deep down in the hole. But if they're sitting on a whole container full of moisture with their buccal lungs on their bottom, it will cause some lung problems and stuff, leading to their death. I know this for a fact because I've lost them in that way. And that goes for just about all Brachypelma species. Just about all. Where's the garbage can? I got some dead stuff in there. Spot cleaning my tarantulas. One wet spot, and that's it. That's all it takes, friends. Is there anything you want to see in particular, Andy? This video is for you, buddy. Let me see. Yeah, all right. If it's a moisture-loving species. Oh, yes. That's right, Melvin. If it is a moisture-loving species. Like these, I wouldn't put vermiculite in. Brachypelma vegans, or any Brachypelma. How many spiders do you have in your collection? We got about 290 that here right now. Oh yeah, I got a lot of them that are out right now, but I've got 290 personal tarantulas. I did a feeding video on them, and then we got a couple hundred slings here, and then probably about close to 2,000 that are in the making right now, depending on how many sacks are had from anywhere from next month, the next 6 months, right? Yeah, we got all kinds of breeding holes out. Some spiders take longer to have more babies, so we'll have new species. Yeah, we got key stermi out. We've got not Hanu. The hell is that one? Apatra namaquensis out. Pumpkin patch. What's your favorite species of tarantula? Probably, I got so many favorite species, but when I put a tattoo on my back was the piece of Poecilotheria metallica. So I would guess that would be my favorite. Of all the pokies, I hate to classify my tarantulas, my love for tarantula as any tarantula, because they're all different. It's like, what's my favorite species of human? There's just so many of them, and I love them all, you know? Not species, but races, I guess. There's quite a few species, but maybe more races. Then you got different species of spiders, and the only one that I know of spiders that have a different race, I guess, would be a morph, would be the Neohoteliense olive, and then you have the morph or race Neohoteliense gold. That's also another one of my favorites. But Goody, definitely. There's Cochiana brunipes, a Brazilian dwarf species of tarantula. I love these. Yeah, you can sit right there. I think you can sit right there. Coachiana Brennepies, friends. Hold on. What's this issue? I got this. I can't see what I'm showing you guys. Yeah, this is a pink bluelet or a pink leg beauty dwarf or something. Something like that. I love these. Are these all Coachiana Brennepies? I love all these are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a lot of these, I guess.
You got one of them with the classes.
Oh yeah, we got class. Oh yeah. I want to go through some of my favorite species of tarantulas in a list if y'all want to hear how it would be on different species.
They do
When
plan
do you plan on breeding
breeding.
in the P. metallica? I'm working on them right as we speak. Actually, I'm looking for a male.
And do we have any trapdoor spiders?
I do not, but I do want them. I'm not against
I thought
having
we
them
did
out.
have one.
We did. It's out on breeding on, and it's not the one where they're thinking about. They're asking about a trapdoor true spider. True trapdoor spider. Oh shit! I'm not even on call. I'm sorry, people. Where is it? Tarantula did get its prey. No, there's true spider, and then we had a neo. No, uh, I do Thili Mira. I Mira. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's I Mira. That is a kind of a dwarf baboon tarantula that is blue leg, and it is also a trapdoor. It builds a trapdoor. It's a tarantula. Another one of my favorites, but they're really, really hard to get. Where is the spider at? Oh, it's in there. It just hold on. Don't go somewhere. Look at this beautiful tarantula just molted, and I want to show y'all. Beautiful. This is a Cochiana Brennepies, a heart butt tarantula. Put a really bitty tiny roots in there. Hopefully, you might want it. They got them out. No, it does not want it, so I'm not going to leave it in there. I'll put this fresh molted one to the side so we know that is one that needs to be fed to. Oh, here's another Cochiana Brennepies. Check this one out, friends. Yes, I want to go over some of my favorite spider species, favorite tarantulas of all time. Out of the pokies, my favorite tarantula is the Poecilotheria metallica. And then close seconds would be the Hanamavilla semica fasciatas. Definitely Ornata and Rufilata. Most of the ones that I have already. I love the Vitata.
Do you ever plan on breeding reptiles
What
at the moment?
I do breed reptiles. We breed leopard geckos. We breed rat snakes, ball pythons, frogs. Who asked that question? Here, okay, that was the pokey. My favorite Brachypelma, I would have to say, would be a classy. And then the Smith eye, not Morai, but the Smith eye. And then the Amelia. Those are my favorite species of Brachypelmas. This is a H. Pultrapes, Hepatra pultrapes. So I got a Hepatra namacuensis out that's going to be have a sec on that, but this is a Hepatra pultrapes, a golden blue leg baboon, which is totally badass. I love it. How good y'all can see that, but that is bad to the freaking bone.
Do you do anything with the mulch when the spider is done?
On snakes or yeah, I do actually. I'm building a counter. I'm building a countertop. I'm saving all styles and sizes of tarantula molts. They're going to be sprayed down. These are some of them. I have some of the bigger ones in there. I got T Sturmy ones that are bigger than my head. These are about 2 years worth of molts. If you look in the bottom, you'll see small molts. And they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. This is like the awesome tower of key molts, all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Pokey leg in there. Some of them are broken, but it'll still be cool. Here's a Homothymus violaciope's foot. Just broke off there. Trying to make an acrylic countertop. So we'll have rattlesnake sheds in it, and all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be badass. Now breeding yes. Good. Anything with that? Nice. Yes. Here's another Patra Pultropes. This is the golden blue leg baboon. Hoping I have a male and female. I have not sexed these yet. Let me see. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. What is it? I can't see. All right, there it is. Bear with me, friends. Hopefully you got to see that eat. He's got it in his mouth. These are absolutely beautiful. All right, on the baboon species, my favorite is a straight horn baboon, which is known as a unicorn baboon tarantula, and it's one of my favorite ones. But there's a new baboon species that will take the place of that. It's got a horn that's soft and the size of your finger, so that's pretty badass.
Fancy breed, ball pythons,
As dwarf
geckos, more. Hello, David.
As my dwarf species of tarantula, my favorite, I used to have over 3,600 of them that I raised to full-grown adults, is the Euathlus species red. I'm the first one in the United States to have them, and tragedy struck. My grandfather put out poison to kill stuff, and it killed every single one of them.
Well, he sprayed poison in the house.
Yeah, he bought spray that was supposed to be used for outdoors, controlling spiders and roaches, and made it that. So that would be my favorite dwarf species. And then later on, I found out there is a Euathlus species, blue, red, yellow, and green, just like all the sorry game tokens on that game, Sorry, which also is one of my favorite board games that I kick everybody's ass on, and it always end up in somebody kicking their feet and banging their head on the side of the wall or the floor because I just beat them that bad. I'm not going to be sorry about it. All right, now on my AVIC, out of the AVIC species, I would have to say, oh yeah, this is a very rare species too. This is a Sidroheranese Raja, Indian blue dwarf. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. You can't see it because it's so tiny. You would not believe. But speaking of my favorite baboon, here is one of them here, Ceratogyrus marshalli. These are very awesome tarantulas. They grow a straight horn out of the top of their back, unicorn horn. They can take down big prey. If this one wants to eat a big prey, this is a pretty big prey here. I'll put it in here and let you guys see.
Actually, it needs to be big house.
Yeah, I don't see the spider. Where's the spider at?
Oh, what's in there?
I want to see the spider.
Watch your finger.
I don't know if y'all seen that. There it is over there. I'm having trouble seeing. I hope y'all are not having trouble seeing. This is a roach the size of that spider. It's starting to get the straight horn right out of its back. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's a horn coming up right out of the back, and it will come straight up. What I love so much about these and why they are one of my favorite baboon tarantula, they web a lot, as y'all can see. But more importantly than that, how most humans look different. These look different because their horns grow differently. Some of them have long horns that are fat, thick. Some of them have little tiny horns that are thin and narrow, and some of them have really long ones that are thin and narrow, and they're just all different types of.
You know, we do have that new spray thing.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to spray in these little containers right now. That'd be good for those big ones, fasciitis, stuff like that. Here's one of the Brachypoma I listed as my favorite species. One of my favorite spiders too, believe it or not, of all time is a LP. no matter what happens, or when I'm in tarantulas or I'm out of tarantulas, I always manage to end up with an LP in my collection first, every single time. So that's not just because they're a cheaper species, because when they get bigger, they are pretty high priced, but it's the fact that they're so awesome. I love them. I have one of them in here now that's gravid. I'm expecting a sack out of her any day. But here is the Brachypelma classi. Oh yeah, for those of you who are wondering proper pronunciation of most of these Latin words, they end, the letter I ends in the I sound. It won't be E. It won't be class E. It would be class I. Homori. This I and that I. So it's an I sound for proper pronunciation. And although pokies have been called pokies forever, according to Tom Moran, they are now Poecilotheria. Poecil. Poecilotheria. I've always called them pokies. I like pokies. I like Zelda. And in The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64, you got to go out and collect a ghost called a Poe. They spell the Poe, P-O-E. That's why I always call them Poecilotheria. Makes sense. But Latins speak different, I guess.
Sorry, I watered them the other day. They were bone dry.
Bone dry now. These need to be bone dry there. These are Brachypelma classi again. I love these. I will be breeding these at some point. I'll be breeding Homori soon. Those are really awesome spiders. Oh, absolutely love them. I want a green tarantula. There's a species of true spider that I really want, really bad, and I have not had a chance to get it yet, but I'm working on it. It is a Megalithoides. There's two species of tree spider that I absolutely love. One of them that's native to here, it is called a nursery web spider. It's a common name. I don't know what the scientific name is, but the other one is a funnel web spider, but I don't think it's very venomous. Shit, this one's hair kicking. It's not. It's in pre-molt. That's also the Brachypelma classi. Very high price, pricey tarantulas. Those are like 150 to 200 a piece.
Favorite.
150 to 200 a piece.
Favorite.
Here's an 81 Skidoti. I don't know how to say that, so I just call this one 81 Skidoti. Also a Star Wars fan. This is Dairy Family Boss. The animal also make a pairing yet, brother. No, I said earlier in the video, you missed it. I'll show you again here in a second. None yet. Chance, did the Pac-Man frogs get rather large? No, my last Pac-Man is officially dead. I had that in another video. He was what was he, 6? I think he was 6 years old. So I ran, but the pixie frog get 2 to 3 pounds. There are some pixie frogs that are bigger than that. Not contradicting you at all, but there's one, the largest frog in the world. The guy did a YouTube video on it. Absolutely humongous. It's 3 or 4 times size. 3 or 4 times the size, bigger than my pixie frog. My pixie frog is right here. See how big he is. My hand. He is not wanting to be eating lately. It's like he's almost in a dormant state. There's a piece of there, Animal Samika. Which is weird. He's getting older on my pixie frog. It's the first one I've raised ever. I had 3 of them. 2 of them died in the overheating of my reptile room 4 or 5 years ago, or however long it was. How many? 4 years? 3 years? 4 years ago. This one made it, and now he goes in a hibernative state. So I don't know why. It is 79 degrees. He goes through this from time to time. He'll go 6 months or 8 months without eating anything, and then he'll eat every single day for as much as I will feed him. But I don't know why he goes like that. He's not He's not lethargic or anything. He's fat and healthy. All food for some reason. I don't like that. African bullfrogs get big. Yeah, the largest bullfrog in the world, and one of my favorite is the Goliath bullfrog. You can see pictures of Aborigines holding them like this, and their legs are touching the ground from a sitting position. So they're comparable to a small child, but they're stupid frogs. They're really, really endangered species and everything. They build a little hole by a fast flowing river. Then and they put their eggs in there, and then when the river flows over a little bit, it washes all the eggs away. They die. And the Aborigines or whoever is over there, native humans, are eating them to extinction or already have. I don't know. Do you do live feedings with the frogs? Yes, I did. I've got hundreds of live feedings. Jabba the Hutt is eating live. Let's see what he's ate. He's ate live chickens, turkeys, rabbits, rats, mice, baby peeps, quail, all on my channel. If you want to check out Pixie Frog Mayhem, that is the whole story of Jabba the Hutt. You can see how big he is, and it was when I could piece together all of my YouTube videos and edit them, and you can see him eating little roaches all the way up until about 2 years ago. I don't know how old the video is, but it's on there. It's called Pixie Frog Mayhem. Maybe Sarah can put a link in here or something. Had my first death a couple of weeks ago with a pumpkin patch sling. Didn't even curl, just died for no apparent reason. Sometimes they do that, and I have no idea why. I hate it myself. Also, another favorite of mine, and it's funny that you would mention that. I don't know if the regular pumpkin patch is like this or not, but the dwarf munchkin patch, they top out full size like this, that big around. They have 4 spinnerets, 2 that go down and 2 that go up. And I have watched them go like this. They'll sit here and go like this. Web coming from all 4. Then they'll change the chemical compounds of the web making, and they'll start laying out a mat. And here they'll be sewing. They'll be sewing something while they're laying out a mat. And then they'll change the chemical compound of this one to a mat, and this one sewing stuff or making it wetter and stick to the side. Unbelievable how they can control. They have more hand-eye coordination with their butts than we do with our whole body.
Yes, it does happen
crazy.
with
Got a video out. Yeah, you're gonna want to check that video out. It's badass, bro. Having some fun jump sounds cool. Mojave ball python invader. Oh, a Mojave. Did he lose a Mojave ball python invader or what? One of my worst losses was one of my favorite ball pythons was the yellow Dijon. She was a what was she? Dijon. Thinking. So pastel pinstripe fire, right? Or something, yeah. A dragonfly. She's a dragonfly more. This is Sarah's Brixapelma Ackerkey.
That's my baby.
It's badass MVP. We're gonna need some more bigger food. And where's them tweezers at, my love?
Whatever you did with them.
What did I do with? Oh, here they are.
And
Watch this Brixapelma. Bust it wide open. Bust it wide.
I sent you the picture of my new tattoo. So I just got a chance to.
You fort.
I'm gonna hurt you. I'm seriously
What is it? Never mind. It must be a skunk coming through the air condition.
I'm gonna hurt
you. Look, my friends. Oh. Did y'all see this thing jump up and take it off the tongs? Hope we can make it to Daytona International Reptile Breeder Expo this month. Yeah, that's awesome. I used to go down there when they had the venomous reptiles and all kinds of stuff. Fish die on me quick. I don't know how friendly you are with your fish. They don't like being petted in small containers, but I can't say not to because I pet mine. But I don't know, wash my hands, make sure I don't have any poison or anything on them. And I cut my koi and catfish and stuff like that.
Oh, you have to watch
I
it.
have problems with losing Oscars. They'd like to commit suicide on me, jumping out of containers and stuff. I had an Oscar this big, that thick, and that tall that I had for 5 or 6 years. And one day it jumped out of the container and flopping around on the concrete and came home and it was dried out, dead. Couldn't bring it back. Giving it mouth to mouth and slime coming from my lip. It was freaking sick. You don't believe it. I really loved that. You won't see Edward Tyndall cry very often, but that one made me cry. I had that fish trained, voice command, everything. It was unbelievable. I'm lying about that mouth to mouth slime part. I couldn't stomach that shit, but it was pretty bad. I was doing little fish liqueur, and that didn't work. Couldn't rehydrate it. Shot water in its mouth. Really upsetting, friends. But I love an Oscar. Reminded me tomorrow I need to change the filter and go water. They don't allow venomous this year. I hope they will have tarantulas still. Yeah, they will. They have. I don't know if they're not down there or not. Don't quote me on that, but there is a couple of tarantula vendors down there. Here is a Taco Goldie on the Daytona Expo. You can stop by, make sure you stop by Travis Spurlock's table and look at his $7,000 corn snakes. Yep, you heard me right. $7,000 corn snakes. Hey, people want to pay that for them. That's awesome. They are awesome. This is Mikey's shot. He wants to always be out of the container for whatever. You're not coming out.
Mikey gets them out and loves on them. Mikey's got his ways with his animals.
Uh-huh. Is he still in there? I'm trying to look for Rich.
Yeah, he's still in there.
Taco Goldie.
You fed him the other day and he wanted to come out and eat on your hand.
Get in there. I know he's not full or nothing, so we'll leave him in here. Tacos don't need a lot of water. They're also a dry species. I just give them a little shot. I got I got a new lily pad I'm growing. Oh my God, people. I've got all kinds of shit going outside y'all wouldn't believe, but I'm growing a lily pad now. And it looks like an acorn, the seed. And then it just grows up this long vine. And then it grows a lily pad 6 foot across that you can cut a piece of plywood out and set on top of it. So your feet wouldn't bust it. You could stand up on top of the lily pad and it would hold your weight. That is one badass lily pad. And I'm working on that project because I'm going to do a Job of the Hut awesome pond, and it's going to have full grown, large, and in charge African pixie frogs. They're going to be able to breed and do whatever they want to do, and then they can get out of the water by climbing up on these humongous, awesome lily pads. My garden is doing good. Most of the squash is dead or dying. The zucchini is dead. My tomatoes are still producing a little bit, not much. The eggplants are still producing, not much. The beans are done, but bell peppers, banana peppers are still thriving, and Dragon's Breath cayenne are thriving.
Are those peppers or versus Asian?
I got peaches out there. I wanted to do a video about peach wine. I'm a real winemaker and I like to make a wine. I'm a real winemaker and I make it all the time. I'm a real winemaker and I like to make a wine. I'm a real winemaker and I make it all the time. I didn't do the video on that. But yeah, I got enough peaches out there to make about 300 or 400 gallons of wine probably. And
we just pitted 10 pounds of black cherry.
Yeah, we just pitted 10 pounds of black cherries. I'm fixing to plant about 1,000 black cherries on my property. I don't know if that'll be a plus or minus. Good thing is I'll have cherries. If I don't like it, then I can. Oh yeah, I got ghost peppers growing too out there. You will not believe this, but Shadow ate damn near my whole plant, and I was able to put it back up and get it going again. So I don't know why he did that. I don't know why I'm stopped feeding tarantulas. I'm sorry. Would you like to make one? Yes. I made a song about it. Of course I like making wine. I used to make a lot of wine on a big scale back when I was a big partier in the olden days, and I had 3 or 4 naked girls walking around stomping the fruits in the. Never mind. I'll tell y'all about that story a different day. Yeah, it would be a big swimming pool sized. All right, baby. So that was the old days.
Harry.
Well, you don't want clothing in there messing up everything.
You got kids that watch this.
Yes, well, they need to know how to make wine properly. You don't want to get in their clothing and doing it if they're going to drink wine or make wine or whatever. Funny thing is, I don't really drink at all. Once in a very, very great while. What is this over here? Why is this here? This is another Cochiana Bruna piece. How many of these we got? Why is this one over here?
Because it said we still had 3 more that was underneath the glassy.
Oh, okay. So there's 2 more than after this one. Bless me. That is a badass tarantula. I love the Cochiana Bruna piece. Yes, it would be. Cherry wine could be nice. Yeah, I'm thinking about making another type of wine. I got to figure out all the stuff out of honey and cherries. That will be Viking blood. I don't know if any of y'all know about that. You have to look up a video on how to make Viking blood. Make sure it's a good one. I got a shit ton of cherries and a shit ton of honey. So I will make some Viking blood. Then I need to get a camel bladder and hat with the horns and shit. The whole Viking set.
So,
That's how they do it, baby. Viking blood. Check that out. This is another Saratoga Marshallii.
Do you pickle anything from the garden?
Of course we do. I jar my own food, can my own foods. We do, let me see, pickling. Something I like to do, I take the Dragon's Breath cayenne pepper because I don't like hot pepper, really. But I like it occasionally on my beans or something because I take cast iron pots and I take a piece of pork or beef or something and put it in the cast iron pot, put some beans in there, put it out on a fire and let it slow. One of the cast iron pots has got a bunch of little dimples on the lid, so it will start boiling and then drip down and keeps itself stirring. And then those beans, when they get done, they're totally badass. You wouldn't believe the flavor. Those, I put my pepper sauce on that I make. I boil vinegar, which is a horrible smell. And I put stuff all these peppers into mason jars. And I pour that boiled vinegar in there, seal it up, and let it sit for a year because it's so damn hot when you do it. You can touch it to your tongue and mess you up. It starts to lose some of its heat after a year, and that's when it's really delicious. Don't listen to that bull crap they tell you on the jar. Oh, this food lasts 18 months. I ate a 72-year-old jar of pears. I'm still here to talk about it. They were the best damn pears I ever tasted in my life. Meat is good as Viking wine. Yes, love meat. I've never had meat. I'm not against it, though. Here's this. Let me see. I got 2 more over here. We're going to need some more spiders. My love, my love. My love, my life, my beautiful wife. So she likes it when I sing to her, especially if we're talking about naked girls stomping on wine or grapes or whatever. I used to have, I got to tell them this, I used to have a grape orchard that was so massive. You guys would not believe. I had Catawamba grapes down in Florida. I would produce enough grapes that I could take 10 people and start filling up large 16-foot by 4-foot deep swimming pools, 2 to 3 of them, that many grapes. And we could do that in a day or 2. It was ridiculous. So making humongous illegal amounts of wine was the thing to do out in the middle of nowhere back when I was 16, 17. I guess it wasn't really illegal since I
we got trouble in here.
Drunk half of the town.
We got trouble.
Night core reptiles in the house. Oh, I went from brother status to friend. Get the hell out of here. You hear this? I went from brother to friend.
Well, I know where we stand.
You did a bad thing. I know where I stand. I'm just messing with you, bro. How are you? Hope you were doing good. You can hit that like button. Oh, you're in here.
Yeah, he's just, he comes and goes.
What is that? What else we got? For night core reptiles, this snake is almost as big as the other snake. Hey, my buddy. Hey, my pal. And it just molted. Look how big this shit is. It's wide. Check that out. It blotches out my face. This is not forced perspective. I can actually hide behind this thing.
I know, Mikey.
Pretty sweet. Oh yeah, I raised sawtooth oak tree. This is one of my favorite oak trees on the earth. You don't know, and I put them in the oven and let them bake so they keep their green color. And I use these in my tarantula enclosures. As you can see here, communal fasciata enclosure. Speaking of them, I'll show y'all guys an update on that real quick.
You guys want to see a funny video?
There is still 10 fasciatas in here. There's still 10 fasciatas in here. There's still 10, ow, there is still 10 fasciatas in here. I'm showing you guys another favorite of my spiders is the Lacidora perihabana, the LP. She is large and in charge. I've got a male that she ate that was on a 50-50 breeder loan. I have another male here that I'm going to breed with her. I don't know how long it takes for them to drop a sack, but it's been a long, long time. All I know. Awesome. I'm doing great and sure will hit the like. And sorry I haven't been active much. I got a management position at work and have been working super hard and long hours.
Good.
That
take a trip down there and get
that to me sounds like poor management. Not hating on you at all, but if you're the manager, I mean you should have more workers underneath you doing most of the shit so you don't have to. That's good management. So get them working. It's kind of pointless if you have to be the manager and the worker doing all the work. But congratulations on that. Just don't let your peons start taking advantage of you, bro. Yep. What else do we got? What else do we got? We got so much stuff. Oh, let me show you guys the ants. I love ants too. I love all animals, really. All animals. Here's Mikey's ants. These are Campanatus florensis or something. You got babies in there. His are not producing as fast as some of the other ones in a completely controlled environment. They like honey. Let's set this up so you know I do this thing real quick. Alright, while I'm in here, I'll take and open this cap, grab this out with a pair of tweezers, pull this little cap off of here with a needle sized thing, put honey on here like that much, drop this back in there, and then put the cap back on there. And then the ants they have food. Sorry. I hear all the background noise. It's a busy, loud place in here. So yeah, they have all that little food stuff, and that's an absolute humongous queen, by the way. But it's not doing as good as these here. I can see these here. Whoop. Pushing buttons. Hope nothing ain't happening. Doing good. All right, look. Here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but there's a ton of ants in there. There are more Florindus. Campanatus florensis. I can't say that last name. I think it's florensis or something like that. Oh, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Shit, I'm having trouble putting this lid on. Hold on now. Well, I'm obviously not left-handed. Give me a second. See what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get this lid back on this thing. All right, there it goes. Yeah, so that's a good. Still, I've been feeding my ants out of this honey bottle their whole life, and it's still that full. It don't take much. So that is that. Then there's the ant formicarium, the greatest in the world that I made.
Hello,
it is totally,
JKG.
totally badass, my friends. Look at this. Me and Mikey did it. We made this out of vases from Walmart, very cheap. I don't think I even got 20 bucks in this whole thing. We got $2 jars of sand or bags of sand from the Dollar Tree. I got a $9 thing of Fluon, which is a bug non-slip thing. And then I had some grout left over from when I was grouting Mikey's room, the tile. So here's the ants. And I got a hole in the center of this thing. I'll tell y'all how I did this here now. I started at the bottom, I grouted it. I took a teaspoon, I put this middle glass in there with a teaspoon. I went all the way around it and made sure it was the same size and it was set in place. Then I took a spoon of grout, a spoon of sand, and put down in there, wet sand, or moist, just damp enough where it could clump. Put it down there, and I put some grout, put sand, grout, sand, grout, sand, grout, and a spiral all the way around. As you can see, making different chambers. And the reason this looks like this up top, where it goes completely around, is because there's a pedestal in the center. I left the sand in here so I can put water in the top, and it'll drain all the way around the spiral and be moisture in the bottom. The ants can then work their way down as their colony grows, putting the dirt out here into here, and I can take a little handheld vacuum with a 5/8 inch hose when all the ants are in here, and they throw all their trash and debris and garbage out here and suck it up. If you was to take all the sand out of here, they would use the empty chambers to put garbage and trash and make a damn mess, and you don't want to do that. So I've got a perfect setup here. Absolutely love these. Watch the floor. This is try to get you guys a good view of them. But you see what they've done. I want to spiral this around. I don't know if y'all can see the actual ants or not, but she's in there. I got saran wrap on the top. This is an extra thing. See where they took they excavated this sand here. They didn't like the way this was rough like this. They excavated sand and made a perfect flat area all the way around, which will change over time, I guess. That's just the way they wanted to do it. But I love it. I was going to do it all green, but Mikey said you should put purple in there, so I ended up making it purple and green. It turned out absolutely amazing. Beautiful. What do you guys think about that? Family is doing good, William Dilks. Spiders, too. We have had a loss on a spider, a badass one. Badass one, really. Vermingachillis ever ready. I tell you guys all the time when you're doing spiders and temperatures are high outdoors that you need to check the water level. I mean, make sure that there's a water source, not completely wet, but a water source. This tarantula, I usually do it every 3 days because it's perfect that way for my temperature and everything. You kind of have to fill it out. Each household is different depending on what the temperature and humidity and everything is. Well, this is my last Vermingachillis ever ready. This is a very expensive and very rare tarantula. It got stuck in molt because I got extremely busy and 5 days had passed without water in here. So the way it works, I fill up a little water bowl, and that water bowl will be completely dried out in 3 days. This Vermingachillis ever ready with them 2 extra days, and if he wasn't in mold, he would have made it. but he started to molt, and I did not know it, and I lost it. And what makes it worse, it was a female. It was very expensive. It took me 6 months to get it here. There it is in the bottom of this container. And you're wondering why that is really super dead, because it really is really super dead. This was a very expensive spider, and I did not want to lose it. But now I know it's completely really dead. I will be throwing this whole thing away. Damn shame. Really. Don't ever have that one again. Very hard to come by. So yeah, that one got lost. And we also lost another one. Where did we go?
Purple pinto, the summer of the day.
Mm-mm.
It's up there. Metallica.
It's not a Metallica. It was a Salmopoeus ecclesiasticus, also a female, about 3.5 inches. We lost, and that's not a cheap spider at all. Really pisses me off. We lost them at the same time. Backward. Do you think I should put a water bowl in my pink toes enclosure? I missed it every night or two. How often have you been missing it every night or two? I have mine set up like this right here. This is the best setup I've ever found. I swear by this setup. Give me 1 second. Let me put this glass thing back. Hold this one. So every one of my arboreal tarantulas, including my pokies, whether it's a $2, you're never going to find a $2 pokey, but the cheapest pokey to the most expensive, even if it's $10,000, is perfectly okay in this. It does not need the fish tank rocks. It's just something I did for aesthetics. I have one of these little $2.50 for $50 at Walmart water bowls that I fill up. I'll take a paper towel and clean these, the edges, because you see all the poop build up. We do that about once a month. They like to poop on the side and close their enclosure in where they can't be seen. But I don't like that, so I clean them off. I keep isopods and springtails in here in the bottom. This is how I keep all my spiders, and I don't have to worry about it. Holes, these you can get for about $3 at Walmart. I used to buy them for $1. Walmart went up on them. I don't agree with that either. Inflation is ridiculous. I don't know why they're doing that. And the plastic's a little bit flimsier, but it's a good plastic. You can hot water glue or hot glue gun a thing here.
Hello,
but you'll never have to worry
Facebook.
about your tarantula if you have it set up like this. You put whatever plant stuff in here you want, or whatever fake plants or whatever. But I would recommend a water bowl, holes all the way around, with a melt gun about that size. I got some down here and some of them just for extra ventilation, because the key to keeping these is plenty of ventilation and a water source. Yeah, you got that. Everything's fine. Theory. I lost my camouflage. I swear. I lost my ecclesiasticus too. What's one of my favorites? I hate that, buddy. So you keep them housed in there until what stage and age? You can keep them in there their entire life. Really, what's the biggest one I have in there? I have a Salmopoeus armenia female, and one as well. She is large. It'll eventually have to come out of here. This enclosure. I'm trying to find her. There she is. See her right there? She's big. She's about 4 or 5 inches. And in pre-mold too.
We really don't have no issues, but we keep our stuff
Same thing.
fed. Our tarantulas are fed, our isopods are fed. People don't have like, you can put fish food in with the tarantulas.
No,
Oh,
I did not see that, Andy. It really sucks for them. My isopods do not eat my tarantulas, or I haven't had it happen yet. I'll put it that way. Not until the tarantula's dead. Then they'll start eating on them. That's just me. And I got white isopods, dwarf purple isopods. We have powder blue. We have orange, powder orange. We have Dalmatian, and none of them eat my tarantulas. But we need a bigger roach for that Armenia. I'll put one of these in there, I guess. I don't know if she's gonna eat or not.
Yes.
She'll eat though. Yeah. Drop the roach in there for her. I'm not sure if you see that or not. But she ate it. We got some big roaches. Here, hold this.
Well, put it back.
Yeah. I guess I will. We got some big roaches I'll show you guys. They are awesome as well. I won't believe this. These roaches are so big, so large, and in charge. Look at this. Look how big these roaches are. Freaking ridiculous, right? Look at this. You know, ever seen roaches that big? These ones eat baby rats and stuff. Is that crazy or what? Leaf debris and stuff. Put some stuff like this in there with them. Not a lot, but I like that kind of stuff. Even with these, when I have set up like this, I have soil mites in here. We have the roaches. I have isopods. Those are gigantic cave roaches. They live in caves with bats, and they eat dead bats and afterbirth and stuff like that that falls. They're a long-term, very long-term roach. What's a red frog go doing? What animal do you feed them to? I haven't fed them to nothing yet because they're like $25 a piece per roach. I don't feed them. Here's how your favorite frog in the world is doing. Covered the hut. That's his second appearance in here. Oh, speaking about some of my other favorite tarantulas I was telling you guys about earlier, the B. Amelia. This is one of my personal favorites. Check that out. I keep on my Amelia. Amelia. This is a male. I will be breeding this male with a female someday. I'll have them available to you guys. 79. Okay. Yeah, I like to keep them. I don't know. Yeah, this are roaches. I don't know where they are. I can't get them right now. My hand's full. I entertain people. Yeah, this are roaches. The reason these sides of this cage look like crap is because I use Vaseline to keep them from getting out of here. And their traffic is just totally screwed up the everything. They're the freshly molted, and these do not stink at all. It smells like earthy smell in here. That's what you want. You don't want your roaches to stink. Because if your roaches stink, then they're not healthy or happy. If they're not healthy or happy, it's not good. A good earthy smell like something you'd want to plant plants in or something. It's smell you would be looking for. The Amelia are so pretty. Yes, they are, buddy. I love them. I don't know. Yeah, they are cannibalistic, those roaches. I don't really know how to mate them. It's just It's a waiting game. It takes a long time. I think it takes 9 to 11 months, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to that, but it does take 12 months. 12 months, what I was told anyway. I'm not sure the exact time. Will tell though. We've had them for how many months? A few months. Not exactly how many. No, the spider. Oh yes, the spiders are cannibalistic. I'm trying to breed this one right here. You can watch on Pokey Love, my playlist called Pokey Love. This is a Hannah mobilis amica, and I am trying to breed it. It's a very rare endangered species of spider because the women, or I mean the females, are man eaters. Oh, here she comes. Look out, boy, she'll eat you up. Here's the male. This male likes to take long strolls around my body and hide in my butthole on camera. So that's really a horrible thing. So nobody can't say I don't love tarantulas. I've had OBT, which is considered the most venomous tarantula, one of the most venomous ones, on my ball sack in a video. And it ended up in my pocket, and I did not like it. I did not plan for that to happen. It just happened, and that's the way it was. And then Poecilotheria Hannah mobilis amica hiding in my butt crack. I didn't know where it was. If I had flinched, I would have needed one of them blow up donut things to sit on for a long time, probably. It was horrible. Look at her gums. Ear to ear. Y'all ever see them cartoons with an ear to ear grin? It is possible with Sarah sometimes. It actually goes to the ear. Not the glory hole and the twins. Well, tarantulas like dark places. Scar's still doing his grumpy thing. You're damn right he's doing his grumpy thing. They don't call him Scar for nothing. He's eating pigs and stuff now. Yep. I will be getting more though. I've already got a hell of a hog pen started out there and everything else. So I guess Nightcore didn't get to see the sunshine on my shoulder. Makes me happy. So I'll show you her. I thought I was gonna lose her for a while. It was horrible. But she's doing good. We got her in a glass. Sorry about the dark. Got her in a glass thing for now. She's gonna have her own room at some point when I get done working on all my house. I still am working on stuff. I've styrofoamed the top of this after I foam insulated it. So it's a lot cooler in here now. A lot more. Oh yeah, somebody asked me a while ago about do I keep them in that their whole life. When they get too big for that, I put them in these enclosures. This is an awesome enclosure with a water bowl, a handle that fits a label perfectly, holes around the side. This one has the Poecilotheria rufilata. This one has the Poecilotheria ornata. Both females, both large and in charge. Oh yeah, when I'm doing this, I'll show y'all some inverts. Some other inverts if you want to see. Where's the OBT at? OBT. Show me. Y'all stay tuned for 1 minute. I want to show you this. Where? Shit. I'm looking, people. Give me a moment. Got a long list of stuff. Stuff gets moved around. I don't know where it is. I'll hold this back. Oh, that's it. Hold this. OBT, very bottom right here. This spider here, the spider that likes to have long strolls around my body, down my arm, up my leg, clenched onto my balls, and then into my pocket. This is the OBT tweezers. I'm not going to use the expensive tools right now. Rubber tongs, by the way. Y'all see that scratch right there? Hold on a minute. See that piece that's missing? That came from a 12-inch hybrid Poecilotheria vitata. The ghost ornamental. This is a OBT. You got multiple water bowls and stuff. You also see. You don't get pissed off and leave here. See what she looks like. I don't know if you can see or not. They see that on there? Is it on the computer screen?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
We are people. She is in pre-molt, deep pre-molt. Yeah. You see that? It's an orange spider.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm power feeder, so I'm molting faster. That tarantula, I've been told by bite reports and different things that when they bite you in the tip of your finger, your whole arm gets hot for a month. Like if you get bit by a bee, stung by a bee, it will be a hot area, a humid area for an hour or so. But oh yeah, I never showed the hybrids that I had because I didn't know they were hybrids at first, but they were a hybrid between a vitata, a ornata, a rufilata, and something else. I could never pinpoint what else it was, but they were over 12-inch pokies. They were ferocious, bad enough to bite that rubber off of that tongs and scratch the stainless steel. Get my tarantula tattoo on my neck. It's going to be a blue sapphire tarantula. A goody, a Poecilotheria metallica, like the one on my back. Got my new tattoo. How you like that? How do you like me now? I'm on my way. This is from Super Nintendo. Power, wisdom, and courage. I'm going to have another from the original 8-bit. Link holding up a Triforce there. So when I'm flipping somebody else, they can see the whole 8-bit and the 16-bit. That's going to go to 64 all the way up to what we got. Yeah, it's pretty psychedelic. Shiny, it's not healed yet. The next piece is going to be a Skulltula. For those of you who don't know what a Skulltula is, you need to watch the. I can look up Skulltula off of the Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. It's a tarantula that decided to cover its abdomen with a human skull. It's pretty badass. So it's going to be amazing. Yep, I love Zelda, buddy. I played them all. I want to play the Breath of the Wild. I have not played that yet, and they're working on Breath of the Wild too.
We do have a variegata.
The Goofy Sapphire tattoo on my leg. Goofy Sapphire. Mine's shadowing. Shading on mine's a little bit goofy. Let's see. This is all visible then.
Yeah.
I need to pull some shirt out of the way.
No, your hand's in the way.
See?
Yeah.
Yes, the shading is a little bit off. But it is what it is. My scorpion turned out perfect. So here is I'm fixing to show you guys the Pandinus Imperator. I'm going to stretch out. It's a malted one to see how big it gets. Malted. That one's in pre-malt. Fresh malt. Goofy, stupid autocorrect. Oh, Goody. Goofy. PM me a picture of that. I'd like to see that. A Goody, not a Goofy. missed Sarah feeding all these tarantulas.
I need the other one.
What did I do?
Yes.
Here's a bunch of not P. metallicus, P. fasciatas, and all kinds of other stuff. Don't let them go.
Oh, geez. Like you don't have faith in me.
No, I just know how fast some tarantulas are. Don't play. Here, my friends, are batteries down on here. How much longer will be on here? I'm glad I've had 6 people watching me all the time. I really appreciate y'all's support. Here is one of my favorite. Y'all quit fighting. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. These are Pandinus imperator, true emperor scorpions. Let's see these. Absolutely beautiful. You can see their claws. Don't fall. Stop. I'm trying to show you off. Hold on, people. Give me a minute. Yeah, see that claw? These were imported originally from wild caught stock where they were originally from. So you know what I have, what I say I have. This is a true imperator. A lot of emperor scorpions are not what people say they are. There's some other shit that's been mixed together. It might be a dictator or a what's that, an Asian forest, something like that. I've been handling these forever. I've only been stung by one time. Well, 7 times in succession because back in my younger, wilder winemaking days, for party favors, I would have scorpions, and I was always the talk of the party, you know, the talk of the town for that matter. So one night I decided, hey, everybody's being so scared of these scorpions. I'm like, there's nothing to be afraid of. I just grabbed one and put it in my mouth. All the claws in my mouth, pinched my tongue on either side, and went pow, 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 pow. The whole side of my nose, and my nose was warped out. I say Worf in reference to Star Trek's Worf, his knotted up head. How my nose looked pretty badass. This was just loving and hugging on my finger right there. Check out that stinger. Look at that stinger right there. Could sting you if it wanted to, but you try to have hell getting this thing to sting you. You have to hurt them or make them think that you're going to eat their ass in order for them to want to hurt you. I need some witches right here. Oh, these eat good. I will have them available for sale too at some point in time. Grab some more scorpions like the one. Yeah, mine died, unfortunately, along with 3 red devils that I had locally got that I had for a couple years. When you catch them wild and they're adults, you don't know how long they're going to live for. Doing more?
Yeah.
Get up and do a lot of work in the morning. Let me see. My new favorite pet is my eastern wood rat. I bet Scar would like an eastern wood rat for a pet too. Sunshine.
We know you do, David.
Where's David? What did David say?
He needs more fasciatas.
Yep, we all do. I've never seen any scorpions here in Florida, but I know there's some down here somewhere. Bark scorpions, IRC. I've never seen any scorpions here in Florida. Yeah, there is a lot of different types of Florida. There's a Florida scorpion about this long. They hang out in wood piles and stuff down by the Keys. They are badass. I love them. They got a hot venom to them though.
Well, I know here soon we're gonna have
Not
to
too
take
hot.
a trip down there. Probably next spring.
They keep on catching all these catching and killing all these wild caught, double head, green granite albino, Burmese pythons and putting them to death. I might have to go down there in wild field and collect a bunch of those specimens. Just figure out what kind of permits I can get, because I don't know, they want you to kill them. That's a bunch of BS having to kill them. I don't know. I have a big God tattoo on my hand from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, anybody has tattoos they want to show off, you can PM me pictures on Facebook.
No,
I got 7 tattoos. Let's see. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You only have 5. 6, 7, 7. You only have 5. You can't count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 5. Okay. All right, I can't count. She got 5 now. She's playing 7 in the computer or whatever.
If you want to count the ones I have underneath.
Can you show some AC money? Yes, I can. I can show you adult AC money, and I can show you small AC money. I absolutely love them. Here. Where are they? There. Here's baby AC monies. Grab me the mama of these, if you don't mind. Here's AC money. They're absolutely big. They're almost due for a transfer. See the size of these delis and how big they are now. Oh man, I'm trying to get a roach. It's hungry. You know, they always eat. AC money. Here is a container for reference. Here's a Sharpie marker for reference. A finger. You can pet them while they eat. They go. They will do more. So this is Ace of Wanies. It just ate not too long ago. Almost all of them are exactly the same size. Almost all of them. I'll show you the mama. Where's the other one? Don't we have 2 adult ones? Where's the other one?
That's down there.
Dig that one out for me. I ain't seen that one in a little while. Let me see this one. Let me show this one. This is the, we're going to need a hisser for this one, really. Here's an adult Ace of Money. Proven breeder, mother of the other ones. She's humongous. She's in a fighting mood or what? Not really. I love this species. They are bad. See the freaking bone. Look at that girl. Oh. And what's so cool about them, they have orange. It's one of the only tarantulas that I know of that have orange spinnerets. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but they have orange spinnerets. Bigger than ones I'm getting. Well, depends on how big the ones are. You want it to be varied sizes, probably. Somewhere along this size to, let me see, the biggest one we have. And these will pick up on size once you start power feeding them. We just had 320 of these, and I didn't want to feed them so fast, because the more you feed them, the more they grow. And don't ever let nobody tell you that power feeding the tarantula is bad for the tarantula. I went out into the wild and fed a Pelma hensai food after food after food. I went there every day to the hole feeding this tarantula for a week or 2, and then it stopped eating. They're not going to eat when they're not hungry. They're opportunistic eaters because they don't know when their next meal's coming. as far as the spider's concerned, this little jar is its whole world. That's why they don't want to leave their jar most of the time, because they're completely content and happy here. They will eat as much as they want until they get bigger. And then actually some of them still eat. This one here, this adult might decide to eat. I don't know. And they get really blue when they molt. Really, really blue. You see different ones in here have different colors to them because they're at different stages of like this one is fresher molted. This one's getting closer to a molt. You see the color difference? So they're about the size of a quarter, bigger, maybe. Some of them a little smaller. You start power feeding them, they will grow really fast. All right, this. Oh, if she wants to visit or not, we will see. She might not be hungry. I don't know. Her like she's hungry. That's that one you send the vegans. The trails. They are awesome, buddy. I wish it was that easy to grow box turtles and box turtles. My two Gulf Coast boxies are taking forever to grow. Yeah, feed them chicken liver. They eat the shit out of it. I seen Underground Reptiles guy feeding his chicken liver, and they grow. And he keeps them outdoors, so he put like a I think it's a 2x10 wood all the way around the cage where they're at outside, and they were completely fine in there. I did something similar to that here with native species that they had here. I had 4 females and 2 males in a container, and somehow they climbed out of the container, climbed out and got away. I wanted to leave them outside in their natural habitat, hoping I could get some babies, and it didn't work out that way. I've got 5 watching. Is there anything else you guys want to see, hear about, talk about? Any questions you want to ask? Oh, that rattlesnake. That's an awesome snake. Let me know, friends. Here is.
He was comfortable on.
He'll be comfortable on me too. Here is pineapple on my shoulder. Makes me happy, Tendo. Rattlesnakes are awesome. Oh, pineapple, my buddy. Oh, he likes licking noses for some reason, buddy. Yeah, that is one tough, durable lizard right there. When I first got him, I had him in my hand, and he jumped out of my hand towards Sarah. She bitch slapped him across the room. He hit the wall, landed upside down, bumped his head on the table, flipped over, hit another bucket that was there, and then landed on the floor. And looked up like, I will never jump on her again. He's been out ever since. Now him and her are best buddies. Look at this. Look at this little crocodilian. Not really a crocodilian, but it looks like it. He don't want that. He likes stuff with wings. Got wings. He likes it. It's yeah. See, is this showing up on here? Has anybody seen that rooster throw up on Sarah's leg? That's so badass, ain't it? Yep, that is pineapple, friends. Oh yeah, he flips it around. Is this showing up on here on the camera?
No.
It's not.
Down a little
Down. What, I missed it? I'll make it top, like Mikey says, top making up tut, mommy. Oh, you want me to eat that right? She can kiss you later? That's fine. Put it up here. I survived naked and afraid in the desert for 2 years without seeing another person. You would be surprised at the shit I had to eat. Pineapple. Yum.
bit. You done?
You're like,
I'm gonna give it to Mary.
pineapple. Mary, Mary, like it's very. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She is so very. Look at him licking his chops. Like, yummy. That was some good. That was some good roast. All right. Let's see. Is there anything? Okay, let's see some AVIX. I got to go. I'm about to dive. Take it easy, Theory Family Boss. Thanks for being with me for so long. I appreciate that, buddy. Good night. Like where I need to let you borrow my Leo to breed to him. No. Yeah, I had a problem last time I got Leos from people. They took a shit on me, got stick tail, and everything else. But these were not present with, these were not in the same thing. I think the person I got them from, I'm not going to say anything because they seem like nice people, but the person I got them from started having problems with them or something. I didn't know that. I got them. All the ones that I got ended up dying with stick tail. Horrible, shitty disease that I don't like and I couldn't do anything about. It was horrible because there were some really, really high-end geckos.
Yeah.
Which would you want for all your animals? Gold Reaper X, how much would you want for all your animals? And do you remember me? Yeah, I remember you. I'll show you. I haven't thought about selling all my animals. It would be a pretty hefty price. I got a lot of animals. A lot of animals. Not all of them are. I mean, they're both of ours and all set. But everything's for sale for the right price. The AVIC, AVIC. Where's another bigger AVIC, AVIC? You want to see some AVIC, AVIC, or some AVICs? Here's an AVIC, AVIC. Possibly grabbing. Can you find me some AVICs of different kinds? Oops. AVIC, AVIC. She bred early. AVIC, AVIC looks like. This is like just the normal basic variety of tarantula as far as AVICs go. Like there's a metallic over there. Let me see different AVICs real quick. Let me over there. Everyone Sarah's tattoos. That's her gypsy tattoo. She's my gypsy girl. Be still. Yeah. That's the latest. Let me see over here. We got Vicularia metallica. Where is it? Most of my AVICs are so small. This is not an AVIC, but it used to be an AVIC. It's been called many things. This is an avicula or a Carabina versicolor. Where's the big versicolor at? I can show you my beautiful tarantula. So I only got Metallica. Well, they're a Wayabora Soratama. Also used to be an AVIC. See if we can look at this one. It's not necessarily an AVIC, but it's a Wayabora Soratama. I'm having trouble opening this stuff. Where's the spider at? I can't see it. Hauling ass everywhere. Shit. going psycho. Psychosomatic addict insane. Don't play my games. Alright, is this showing up in here?
Yeah.
Alright, see that? That is a Wayabora soratama. Also expensive tarantula. And fragile. They need their water and all their stuff. You want to get, where's the roaches at? What did you do with them? That needs to be fed. Hey Vic, what do you got? Here is another. Where's the big one at? This is a Viculara durensis. Viculara durensis. Where is it? Find me a sweater you can see.
Right there.
Oh, okay, I see it. It's hid in the web. You won't actually see a sweater on something hidden in the web. Where's the big versicolor at? Yeah, the biggest one that we got. Can you find it for me? I can't find it. Got a lot to go through. This one here is in Avicularia variegata. Avicularia variegata. Absolutely. Oh, take it eat. I get a roach here in a second. Roach in size. Unless you dumped all the roaches out before we're done making the video. It is what it is. Let me help you. Sorry, people. Bear with me a moment. I'm having hell catching a roach. One of the bigger roaches. That's all going down to the very bottom. So you guys there for a minute? What, baby? Got a roach. Rusty red. Bear with me a moment. The Viculara variegata. This one will be getting bred here shortly. Is it on the screen?
Yeah.
You see that beautiful variegata? This is a male. That'll probably throw it into another molt. It's on there. Sorry, people are having hell holding this computer. One day I'm going to be set up. I'm going to properly show you guys something. Yeah, this thing facing me. Very gorgeous tarantula. So we'll have some of these babies in the future. They'll be available for purchase. They're not very cheap. Thank you, Melvin. It was. I've probably been watching your vids since the pit bull problem. I'm a big fan. What's your rarest animal? My rarest animal might be the only one of its kind. Now there's two of its kind that I know of. Two of them actually have two. This one here, hopefully it's still alive. Every time I grab this container, I'm just hoping that maybe it's still alive. That's a female. It shouldn't live. It is it's hard to find any information about this because the only information that's wrote on it was in early 1800s by somebody. Can't remember their name. This is the Aphonopelma lanceolatum. Aphonopelma lanceolatum. It's a golden tarantula. And it molted recently. It's a very unique, stocky, fast, semi-aggressive Aphonopelma, or Aphnopelma, however you want to pronounce it. Gold in color. You see this? I had a male and a female. My male bred her, died, and then she molted and lost the sperm. All hope was almost lost. I need a roach, a big one. So we're gonna feed this girl while we're right here. my Sarah with her rainbow boa trying to get some breakfast. Give me that whole thing. Give me that whole thing. Brazilian rainbow boa, everyone. Ohana means family. And family means no one gets left behind. Oh, forgot that. All right, here is the lanceolatum. Apnopoma lanceolatum. Bang, bang, fangs in the brain, bang, bang. Still alive and well and beautiful, as ever. So these were captured in the wild. These were wild caught specimens. If you can see, you can tell it's Apnopoma. It's got the hair on the top of the eyes. And what's really unique about this is the abdomen actually comes up way over top of the carapace. An absolutely amazing, unique thing. And it also has orange spinnerets. Very rare. You don't see that very often. But that's one. Yep. Yep, they are rare. If I am able to breed them, I will. They're going to be so valuable that I don't know. I'm not going to be selling them for the price that everybody would. Rape inflation or whatever you would want to call it. But I will be giving some out of every sec that I have. I give a few tarantulas away. So even in that extremely rare, I would give a few away. But these, when they are going to be sold, I would prefer that they only be sold in 3 packs or more, at least, and that will only be limited. And I would prefer it to be done by people with an intention to breed them. Not, I hate to sell anything to anybody and tell them what to do with the stuff they buy from me, because once it leaves my hands, it's your product. You do what you want with it, but without people trying to preserve it, all can be lost, and I don't like that. Don't want everything to be lost. Yeah, we have 5 pit bulls. I don't have nothing against pit bulls. I just have something against other people's pit bulls coming in my yard, fighting with my dogs and killing my stuff. I'm not going to tolerate that. I wouldn't tolerate it from my own dogs. My own dog is no better than to attack my livestock. I depend on livestock. That's why I'm able to do as much as I'm able to do. I raise animals to feed me, my family, and my other animals. Hell, I got that other rare spider. Where is it? This is my other rarest tarantula in my collection. This is probably the only one in. No, there's a couple of them in the United States. I want to breed this. If anybody finds anybody they can breed it to, I will give freebies away to them. Or finders fee. I thought I found somebody, but I'm still waiting. This is a Pamphibius species Goliath tarantula. It's a mature male, the last one that I have. They're badass hair kickers. I bought these. Oh shit. That is about made him run out of here. I don't need that jerking like that. That cord. Sorry, people. When this spider kicks hair, it screws you up for weeks. And I'm going to try to gently. Is this on camera? Can you see what I'm doing? Do I got it in view or not? I'm going to gently open him up so y'all can see. Is it in there? Tell me. You see? You see how pretty this is? This is known as the Santo Domingo Goliath. This is the Pamphibius species Goliath. I bought 2 of these from Paul Becker when he was in business. And you can take a piece of chicken this big around, put it in a pair of tweezers, just raw chicken breast, jiggle it in front of them, and they'll take it from you. Swallow it whole like an egg roll. spraying some water on them, holding this on my forehead and stuff. So I don't know how it's gonna go, but I need a female for this one. That's the two rarest tarantulas in my collection at this moment, as far as I know. We got that other species, Rajah, Indian blue violet. That was a $450 sling for a sling this tiny. This tiny. Well, I'll show y'all how I gauge tarantulas. Hold your hip fingers for that little hole that you see right there. That's how big that tarantula was. $450. So, Purpura, yeah, that's another rare beauty. Biculera purpura, which is a purple tarantula is purple. That's the way to do it. Yep. 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 I got a thing on here I'm looking at that says send feedback. Why is it giving me an option to send feedback on my channel? It's crazy. Yes, it really sucks how something has happened. The first piece of Lithurium metallic I ever bought, I paid $800 for. And then we spent $2,500 on mature males. And she just kept eating every one of them. Didn't ever want to breed. I never tried it in my care. I had my cousin trying it, and it was no good luck for him. And it wasn't him either, because he's bred many tarantulas. He's actually one of the people who got me into tarantulas. He bought me my first tarantula. It was a well, I had my first tarantulas. I'm going to tell you honestly, was falling upon my hensai. Back before I knew anything about them, I was catching wild tarantulas and wondering why they kept dying all the time. But it was mature males that I was catching. I'd keep them for about a year or two, and then they die. Like, damn, I know a tarantula lives 20 or 30 years, and I just didn't know what mature males were back then. They were the size of a paper plate. That very friendly. They were always tapping their pedipalps on me and stuff. They were trying to make love to my hand, I guess. I didn't know that's what they were doing at the time. But my first store-bought tarantula was a Heteroscodra maculata. He said, I'm going to buy you any tarantula you want, and price doesn't matter. Tell me what you want. Here's a list of a bunch of pictures. I found an H-Mac, and they were selling for around $2 or $3 a piece at the time. And I said, this is the one I want. He said, that's a H-Mac. It's a cheap spider. Why would you want that? I said, I ain't looking at price or whatever. I'm looking at the spider. That's a badass spider. I love it. I might actually get a tattoo of one of them one day. I don't know. But I love the H-Mac. I have one in my collection right now, a female. And then the container right there where my finger is. She had escaped one time, went behind all this shit. There's a video of it. I had to rip all the plastic out, all the insulation out, go through hell to see this spider. Let me tell you how fast these spiders are. I was right here. Here's a spider, my hand. I had a cup. I see the spider. I slap the cup on top of the spider. I still see the spider in the cup, and then I see the spider disappear out of the cup, and the spider reappeared over here. It was like real life teleporting. I don't know if it was actually teleporting. They might be capable of actual teleportation. No jokes, all jokes aside. But or the only other logical explanation is it moved so fast that my brain my eye brain coordination, I guess, seen the tarantula and still pictured it there when it moved out of the way. They're that fast. I had hell getting her, but I did get her. But I love it. Yeah, I had a GoPro and it went bad. I'm working on getting a better camera. Some of my other videos are better. I don't know this. What do you want? The better quality videos. I do have some set up on my camera. If you watch, go to a playlist called "Feeding All My Tarantulas," and you'll see some of my best videos in there where I am I've got it all set up like a studio on tripod, macro mode, good lighting, and feeding all my tarantulas basically. And then there's another playlist that should be under that. It's called Holy Tarantula Sunday. If you want to see all of these spiders when they were babies, go to Holy Tarantula Sunday and watch all of those. They're totally badass. I have some videos out there that only 50 or 60 people have seen, and they're some of the best shit on YouTube. Shit you not. Y'all need to watch it. Canon, I may have a Canon Mixer R700. That's badass. That is badass. Yep, I would probably do it. Good old Reaper. But yeah, check out them other videos, buddy. I'm sure you'll be surprised with the content and the quality. My GoPro, I did a video about that with Scar out in the swimming pool swimming with me before he got a hold of me. I still do things with Scar off cam sometimes, but I don't mess with him while he's eating. Lesson learned. I like the ones where you feed the snakes. Yeah, first and last live rabbit feeding to my reticulated pythons has been one of my most viral videos. It's got the most hate and the most like and demonetized. So I figured it would be able to be something I could get better quality cameras and better everything, but I didn't. I originally started filming YouTube just to document what I'm doing. I never thought that I would get that big or whatever, or I was hoping that I did so people would see me. And I did YouTube for 3 years before I ever even knew that you could make money on YouTube. I was just doing it for the hell of it, you know. But I made this video during Thanksgiving. It's kind of upsetting to me a little bit because it was perfect. I fed a live turkey to my reticulated python. I called it the unpardoned turkey. I don't know why, but that video got thousands of views right off the get-go. And YouTube deleted the video off of the YouTube, and they put a strike on me. And then everybody in the reptile community started feeding turkey to their snakes. I was the first to do it now, and they let theirs go through because it wasn't a live turkey. But every year, the president either pardons or unpardons a turkey of the United States. If that turkey goes unpardoned, he's going to get his head chopped off. So if we can kill turkeys for our own self food, why be racist against a snake for having a Thanksgiving dinner? That's bullshit. But anyway, that video made about $10,000, and YouTube wasn't going to pay me anything for it. He told me that they're not paying me for it, and not to feed live animals. So it's like whatever. So, like the one where YouTube isn't stupid. It gives you. Yeah, they give me ads on some videos. I don't think that is right because a lot of other breeders do love blood than usual. So it's not about the other feeder people. It's that I got reported by a lot of haters and they took them down. Yep. But I'm glad that I'm on here with you guys. Some of y'all get to see it. I do have a copy of that video, by the way, and it was totally badass. The found what? Yeah, I got it on my hard drive copy. The snake came out of here, put his head up by the turkey's chest, looks it up and down, sizes it up, sees if he can get it, opens its mouth, strikes the head, rolls up, and blood just pours out all over my floor, my hardwood floor. It was pretty bad, I guess. But it was no more blood than the turkey that gets unpardoned on the presidential chop block. I promise you guys that. Yep, I do have some videos that have stuff. DEA, are you still with me, buddy? I know it's getting late for all you guys. It's getting late for me too, and I got to get up at 7 in the morning. And my battery's on its last leg. Oh, let me see. Oh, I'm glad you've seen it. You guys make me feel good because I feel like you guys are my actual family. Yeah, that was badass. You guys are the coolest. Thank you, Gold Reaper. I'm glad. Yeah, all of you guys are, all of you guys and gals are like my family on here. It's I'm not a very, public person. I never have been. I've lived in the most extreme rural places my whole life. Yeah, the bonus shit out. Yep. I've lived in really extreme rural places in my life, and I've seen so much cool shit that I wanted to share with the world. And I found YouTube one day, and I became a YouTuber. And I wanted to share a lot of my experiences with you guys. I found something in an extreme rural area. You guys probably won't believe me, but I was walking through the desert, the Sonoran Desert, but I got lost, and I walked probably 20 or 30 miles out of the way. I don't know where in the hell I was at, but I found this canyon, and it was like the Grand Canyon. I shit you not. And it's all desert, dry everywhere you see. Well, in the bottom of this big, huge canyon was a river flowing, and it was walls like 200 foot high, straight down. So it's flat ground and 200 feet down, a huge canyon, trees, full grown trees, and everything else. But the most coolest thing ever was a herd of about 500 strong of buffalo. And it wasn't a regular buffalo, it was a different kind of buffalo that I have never seen before. I know there was bison, incubus, or something, and then bison something else. It was a different species of buffalo. I don't know where the hell it was. I couldn't find them again. But it was such a big area, they could be found with a helicopter, I'm sure. I caught a wild horse in the desert with no name. Held on to him for a little bit and dragged me through a shitload of cactus, and I let him go. I was trying to get me a vehicle so I could use it out there. Didn't have nothing on him, just a wild horse, and I was able to sneak up and grab him by the mane, and I was going to hold him. I held on to him as much as I could. I just couldn't never get a leg up to get on him. I was going to ride him out until he was tired and then take him home with me. It just didn't work out that way. I still, for 10 years after that happened, I was pulling cactuses out of me in places that I don't even want to say. Oh, sorry, my channel. Without you guys, thank you for being part of the family. You are all welcome. Thank you, Justin and DEA, Gold Reaper. Thank all of you for everything. I really appreciate your support. And for those of you I haven't thanked before, that's been a part of a super chat. I've seen people has given me money off of super chat before on there, and I really appreciate that too. I apologize if I haven't thanked any of y'all, whoever's watching this. We are fixing to get out of here because my battery is dying. We love you guys. As always, we wish you peace, love, and happiness and all that good shit. Come to Tinley. If any of y'all are coming to Tinley Park, you can see me. She'll look at it. Yeah, don't be a stranger. I had some of my fans see me when I went up to Tinley before, and they didn't want to come say hi to bother me or anything. None of you guys are going to be bothering me. I promise you that. I'm going to mingle with people and just have a good time and look at animals, see what there is. So, if any of you guys are there and want to see me and want to talk, meet me, that'll be fine. I would love to see you.
Don't be strangers.
DEA has sent you a message, Sarah.
Uh-oh.
What are you feeding?
I'm in
What is
trouble.
this you're feeding?
I was watering.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this before y'all go. 3 people. I love these tarantulas. They're really nice. This is a female. I would place them lanky. Look at how nice these are. A lot of people don't like handling tarantulas, but I don't really give a shit. You can handle them. See this? These tarantulas, you can even grab them. You can pinch grab them. if you want, if you can get a grip on them, they'll let you. See what they look like. Things. It's not hurting them at all. That's some curly hair right there, people. Nicaraguan brachypelma elbow. Cool, some. Oh, you got a really hard abdomen. It's going to be molting before long. Sarah's moistening it up, so we'll go ahead and molt. It has been fun. I'm going to go. Oh yeah, I recommend to any of you guys, if you got Netflix, watch a thing called Another Life. It's totally badass. Believe me when I tell you. This, if I say it's badass, it's badass. Another Life, Netflix. One series they got out right now. It's a very, very interesting and well-written video. Yep. I think I am DEA. Tarantula Whisper. Huh? What? Yep. Look at Jumbo. Yeah, he's shedding. Oh, he's shedding. Look, friends. Look at this. This is badass. Stay with me. I can't believe this. Bring that light over here. Bring that light over here. He's breathing in here. Look, he's got a stack over him. Bring that light over here, baby. I'm going to grab this sack and bust it because my frog can't breathe. I was going to let him do it, but that thing's going to come off of there. There you go. All that nasty shit. But what do y'all think about that? That's the first time ever in the history of my YouTube channel that I caught this frog shitting. I didn't like it. It almost looked like a umbilical. I mean, not umbilical, a sack. The sack that's around the baby when they're born. So he is coming out of his hibernative state again, and he will be ready to eat something before long. Look at this nasty looking snotty shit come off of him. See that? Looks like a cow booger. Yuck. Because a lot of people don't know what a cow booger looks like. Y'all know what a cow booger looks like? Don't? It's okay. Shut up. That is a good way to come out of an end. We love you guys. That was a magical moment. The most important thing, I got all you magical people to share that with me. The old Reaper thinks that cow booger was a magical moment. What are you saying? Do that again.
I'm fine. I'm not throwing up.
It's all right, sir. I don't want to throw up. We love you guys and gals and everything in between. I'll see you guys again. Peace, love, and happiness. All that good shit.